These are vertical slabs in vanilla Minecraft, and this is a 3-block tall potted plant compared to something like this. Today we'll be going through 10 mind-blowing Minecraft build hacks that you need to use, with each one being crazier than the last. So prepare to be amazed in the next few minutes as we push Minecraft to its limits. Let's dive in. If your plants have been looking like this, you're missing out because you can turn them into this. If you use one of the new pots and put a regular flower pot on top and some azalea in it, you can make something that looks pretty good. But to take it to the next level, you can add some azalea leaves on top. And with the help of commands, you can do something like this, which uses drip leaves to create more intricate leaves. And this looks pretty good in builds compared to just the old flower pot. Next, if you make your plants at night, nobody's going to be able to see them, so you need a light. And instead of a lamp this size, why not use one this size? All you need is a block at the bottom, 2 walls, a frog light, and some trapdoors. But you might be wondering how I made this wall look like this. In Minecraft there are secret blocks like command blocks and barriers, but there's also a secret item, the debug stick. And when you right click certain blocks with it, it can change how they look. For example, you can change stairs' shape and which directions they're facing. And you can do something similar with walls. By changing its shape so it looks like this, it gives a better appearance to this lamp. Whenever you build a path, instead of just using one block type, why not mix it up? Instead of this, why not make it a bit more wild and natural looking like this? To spice up your paths, instead of just using a shovel and calling it a day, try using blocks like mud, coarse dirt, moss, mossy cobblestone, azalea, cherry blossom leaves, and even some dead coral. Just place them randomly and like magic your path looks infinitely better than this. If you really want to make it pretty, add some trees or flowers or maybe even some fences too. Next, moving away from natural stuff, we have something every Minecraft player has been wishing for a long time. Vertical slabs still somehow aren't in the game, but there's a workaround to that. If you're feeling up to the challenge, grab some stairs and place them like this. Next, use the /give command to give yourself a debug stick and place 2 walls in between the stairs, like this. By left-clicking them with the debug stick, you can change which parts of the wall stick out, and by right-clicking you can actually make those changes. Eventually you'll get something like this, which obviously isn't perfect, but it's the best we have in the game right now. Next, we have a way to level up your bookshelves from this to this. Even with the new chiseled bookshelf block, if you build a bookshelf it still looks pretty bland. So to give it some life, you can change it to something like this. With the combination of a cartography table, lectern, and an invisible item frame with a feather in it, you can make an entire desk. Just add some stairs up on top, some trapdoors, and some bookshelves in the wall, and you have yourself a detailed addition to your room. Now, if you want to actually sit at your desk, a chair like this just won't work. So instead, let's create something a bit more comfortable and visually appealing. Over here, you can see a much better chair than just some stairs. By putting an armor stand in a hole and giving it a leather helmet, you can create a cushion. Next, by placing some banners on the side and back and using the setblock command for this sign, you can make armrests in a back. The final detail is the unlit campfire at the bottom, making a base. This next hack might seem a little bit out of place, but if you're looking to add some unique decoration to your walls, why not consider a boat on the wall? It might sound crazy, but it surprisingly works pretty well. By adding some stairs, placing and aligning a boat, and using setblock commands for the pots or flowers, you can create something that looks pretty good. If you're not a commands person, I'll quickly show you how to do this. Aim your cursor at the block and type /setblock. Hit tab 3 times and add 1 to the middle number, which replaces the block above the stair. For the last part, type whatever flower you want in all lowercase and use underscores for the spaces. It's that easy to do. And with a desk, a shelf, and a chair, you need a light. And this chandelier does the trick perfectly. What I've done here is gone ahead and used levers with the setblock command and debug stick, just changing their rotation and position. This is a little bit more complicated than the others, so if you want a tutorial, let me know in the comments. But other than the levers, you can use trapdoors to create a platform for the lanterns, and you could use candles too, they also look pretty good. And at the top, I've used a fence, again with the debug stick, to connect the levers. Next, if you've been building your walls like this, you need to stop. Because if you do this instead, your walls will look a lot more interesting. With your walls, and really anything you make in general, you always want to give variation through things like texturing or slabs and even stairs. And that's exactly what I've done here with these leaves, vines, and stone bricks. Finally, we've arrived at the last build, which is the most simple and yet the most interesting of them all. Here, I've used an armor stand on a carpet with a chain helmet on. With the setblock command or just a piston, you can add a skulk shrieker, which looks a little bit like a table. To bring the whole thing together, you can add stairs, or the chairs from before, and a floor, and you can use a /setblock command to add the trapdoor. And that's it, 10 easy to make Minecraft build hacks. If you made it this far, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.